Good evening, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me again. Tonight I'm going to do a very different video. This is not about traffic. It's not about safety, but you can see that my camera is kind of panned 90 degrees to the left because I want you to get a better view of the countryside. What I'm trying to do here is that we like to emulate everything that that Westerners always put in place. Yeah, that is where we get most of our inspiration. They are way ahead of us when it comes to nation development. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to drive around the countryside, and so we can actually see this and see. This is a way we can actually partition places. We can actually partition parts of Nigeria like this within the northern part and the middle belt for farmland and for grazing. Right now, well, there are no animals in the field, but I'm going to show you empty field for grazing. And then I'm going to go to Leicester tomorrow and show you fields with animals. And in 2018, to be seeing cattle, to be seeing cows, goats, and sheep in the middle of the road is a disgrace. So let's go around, and this is part of building Africa with or without the help of our leaders. So come on, guys, cooperate with me, and let's and let's start changing Africa, by ourselves. We can do this. Okay, now let's go. So I'm gonna drive. I came to Thrapston, and I'm gonna head back to Kobe now. And this is actually a village around here, and so I'm gonna go down the hill now, and so you can actually start seeing from here. I think you can start seeing farmlands and grazing grounds down the hill, but if not, let's just go. And so I'm gonna turn now into the A6116 heading towards Kobe, and you can actually see the fields in front of us. That is what it looks like. I'm just waiting for a vehicle to pass, then we can go. Okay, we can go now. So you can see this fields and fields and fields actually petitioned for farming. Nobody builds on this land. Countryside. Unfortunately, the brushes are kind of a little bit hard, so you can only see into the field. But behind those brushes, you've got farmlands, and you have got grazing grounds for animals, farm animals. They are not allowed to roam around the streets. You got a fine for that. That is dangerous. So we can reserve lands like this for the Fulani herdsmen and women in West Africa. You see, now with all these brushes, that actually prevents the animals from coming onto the road. So that fields and fields. Sign for, see that? There are actually animals on this field. I don't know if you saw. Oh wow, we're gonna have to come back. See that? Farmlands all over for farm animals. Farm animals stay on the farm. They don't come to the city. They don't even come anywhere close to the road. All the roads are always maintained. I mean, the UK government sets aside billions, I'm talking about billions of pounds to fix potholes. Look at the road through the countryside. But when we keep having dust, well, in America you do have dusty roads in places like Alabama, actually, in the south through Mississippi and stuff like that. Yeah, but come on. It does not have to be like that in Nigeria. number 4 oil producing nation in the world. This road, it just goes through the countryside. This is not even it doesn't go into the city, but look at how this road is always maintained and taken care of. With this, you can be rest assured that a lot of lives are going to be saved. Countryside, farmlands, Most of these areas are actually occupied by farmers. These are animal farms to the backs, animal farms all over here. I'm talking about acres and acres and acres, hectares and hectares of land dedicated to beef production. All the cows, the goats, lambs. Look at that to the right of wow. So in the next episode, I am actually going to show you what it looks like behind those brushes. Behind the bush. We've got expanse of lands in Nigeria. Well, so it beats my imagination how cattle rearers should be struggling for a place for the animals to go out grazing. It makes no sense at all. We can, dedicate lands like this for ranches and establish the AFO, the animal feed operating system. We have abundant water under the ground in Nigeria. Drill boreholes and get clean water for the animals to drink. Provide those cattle raiders with equipment to be able to actually cut the grass for the cows and feed them. Subsidize all agricultural products. And then in turn we end up having cheap meat in the country. I'm tired of the bloodshed in the country. FULANI herdsmen, with crop farmers. It's not in 2018. It should not be happening. This is how to dedicate. This is what you do. Dedicate lands like this to cattle rearers, and look at that behind those trees. this is just in a little part of Northamptonshire. I'm going to take it to Cambridge area. We're going to go towards Oxford. We're going to go all the way to East Kilbride, heading towards Scotland. And you can see vast lands. I mean, you can see animals actually there, you know, not rolling around the streets. See the land there? You know? The last time animals roamed around the street in England was in the 1600s, when you had those ducks and goose farmers actually, I mean, bringing their birds, you know, walking, I mean, their birds through London. But you don't get that again. That's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. We have really got to catch up, man. When you have lands partitioned like this within the, outside the city limit of states in Nigeria, you have peace. Farm animals way away from the cities. Okay, now we're coming back into civilization now, and I'm going past Stanion now. So all the areas we just drove past between Thrapston and Stanion, these were all farmland for animals. And in the next episode, like I said, I promise I'm gonna show you animals actually in the field. But I'm just driving past the back for you to actually see how they haven't, how they haven't partitioned away from civilization. So now we're actually, now we're back into Kobe. We're just getting back into Kobe now. Here we are. See, when I'm back in town, can you see, the space between the animal farm and the towns and cities? Now, before I stop, I'm just gonna go a little further to show you Kobe town. So we're out of the, we've driven past the ranches now. So now you can start seeing buildings here. See that now? So now this is the first building as you get into Kobe. Now civilization miles and miles and miles away from the animal farms. You know, I don't know how many farms we've driven past there, but there were some farms over there, and so brothers and sisters, I hope you can actually watch this video again. Sit back in a corner and ponder what I've just said. With or without our leaders, we can do something, you know. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos around the Western world. I'm going to go to the States. When I'm in the States, I'll do some filming in the UK, even in some central, even some part of Europe. So I hope you do understand what what I'm trying to say here about emulating the system and having ranches in Nigeria to keep cows and sheep and goats up the road, keep them on the farm where they belong. You can never see them roaming on the street ever. I have never ever, my 23 years in the Western world, I have never ever seen any farm animal in the city like we do in Nigeria. and in Ghana. So brothers and sisters, let's go about and build Africa the way it should be. We got to catch up. We have a lot of work to do to catch up with the Western world. Thank you for your patience, and shalom.